It's a strange thing to mourn a man, even though you've never met him. Uh, Maybe not so strange. I'm not going to wax poetic here about the impact that Horner has had on my life and my tastes musical, or those of the people that I'm close to. I do, however, want to cast a little bit of light on some of the media coverage that I've been seeing about James Horner, and famous for his composure of the Titanic soundtrack in 1997, arguably the most famous and most successfully sold soundtrack in cinema history, said by many, many different people, and this kind of bothered me a little bit. I just want to go over a couple of things here. If the monkeys on the internet are to be believed, Horner's body of work really began taking shape in 1978 with a movie called The Watcher. Not long after that, he composed the score for Wolfen, and beyond that, Battle Beyond the Stars, and he did 11 movies after that, before he finally did Star Trek II in 1982, which is pretty much from beginning to end an outstanding score. For those of us that have watched the movie repeatedly, you can pretty much watch it in your head just by listening to this soundtrack. But that's just 1982. That's 4 years. After Star Trek II, you've got 48 Hours, another 11 movies after that before you get to Star Trek III in 1984. Another soundtrack that is so complete and visionary from end to end that, again, you can just kind of watch the movie in your head while you listen. After that, you've got Cocoon, The Legend of Natty Gann, Commando, Aliens, and American Tail. I'm just reading off things that I personally am familiar with. There's a whole list of other crap out there as far as the things that he's been responsible for that I'm not familiar with. This is a short list, by the way. Batteries Not Included, Willow, The Land Before Time, the second Cocoon movie, which was largely unremarkable but still had a good score, Field of Dreams, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, another 48 Hours. We're just now into 1990 at this point. The Rocketeer, An American Tale, 2 Patriot Games, Sneakers, which is an outstanding movie, be a beacon, Legends of the Fall, Braveheart, which was so good that they released not one but 2 different discs with James Horner's music on it because there was so much of it that they couldn't get it all on there at once. Jumanji, Apollo 13, Courage Under Fire, Ransom, and finally we get to Titanic at 1997. On beyond that, you've got The Mask of Zorro, Bicentennial Man, Enemy at the Gates, Wind Talkers, Troy, The Legend of Zorro, The New World Avatar, The New Karate Kid, and The Amazing Superman. That would have been The Amazing Spider-Man. To say nothing of the fact that he composed one of the Universal Pictures themes that they used for a period of the better part of a decade, and the theme for CBS Nightly News. Yeah, and Titanic was in there somewhere in 1997. I never met him, which comes as a surprise to no one, and yet, in a very strange way, I've been listening to his voice all my life. It's odd to have listened to somebody talking quietly in the back of your world for as long as you can remember. Listening to them tell stories over and over again in your head, and then coming to grips with the fact that there won't be any new ones. It's a strange thing, music. Good night.